Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm making a diner for my Barbie dolls. I'm using a cardboard box which is 15 inches wide, 15 inches deep and roughly 13 inches high. I'm starting by cutting out a window because I do want it to be a drive-through as well, and I cover those rough edges with white paper. I'm going to secure the box by gluing all the loose parts down and just making sure the box is really stable. I also glue in an extra bit of cardboard to strengthen the floor. I do have some printables to go along with this video, and if you stick to the end of the video I'll show you how to get those. I'm using a black and white checkered paper for the floor of the diner, and I have some brick and some wood paneling that I'm going to do half and half on the walls. I'm going to do wood on the bottom half and brick on the top half, and when I've done that I'm then going to take another sheet of the wooden paneling and cut horizontal strips and use it as a border at the top and bottom of the wood panelings to finish them off nicely. I'm also going to go around the window with white paper, and then I cut and covered a piece of cardboard with black paper to stick in for my windowsill. I'm going to put the measurements now that I used for my seat on the screen. You can either screenshot this or pause the video here and use these measurements if you wish. Once they're all cut out of cardboard, I cover them all with black paper. And you only need to cover one side of these because once you assemble the chair, only one side will be seen. So once we've covered one piece, we've got to cover all of the rest, which might take a while. So I begin to assemble by gluing the seat part onto the two seat ends, and I'm using hot glue to assemble. Then I'm going to glue on the seat back, and then I have a panel for the front, one for the top, and one for the back. When it's assembled, I'm not too keen on these edges with the hot glue showing there, so I'm going to cover each edge with silver metallic washi tape to give it sort of a chrome finish on all of the edges. Once I've done that, I'm going to make a cushion, and I start by cutting a piece of foam packaging to the right size for the seat and cover it with a piece of red fabric. I'm using like a thin velour fabric. You could use faux leather or any red fabric that you have, or any colour for that matter, and I'm using hot glue just to glue it down over the edges. And when it's done, I am just going to glue it in place on the seat to give the dolls that bit more comfort. For the tables, I cut out two pieces of cardboard the same size. I glued them together and covered them in black paper and going around the edges with the chrome tape as before. To make a base for the table, I'm using the ends of a poster tube. I pierce a hole in the middle using my piercing tool. I make that hole bigger by placing a closed pair of scissors through the hole and wiggling it about a bit so that a wooden doll can fit through. I cut wooden dolls to 4.5 inches long. I cut two because I'm making two tables. And once you got it to fit through there, you're going to hot glue it into place, and I put extra hot glue on the base here just to give the base of the table more weight and again more stability. I'm going to mix together some acrylic paint in silver and some Mod Podge, and I'm going to paint the base and the wooden doll. While that's drying, I'm going to arrange my seating into the diner. I'm going to glue them in place once I'm happy with where they are. I'm going to cut this L shape of cardboard and cover it with a wood grain paper to make a counter. And I'm going to glue that into the diner using the seats as a base. Let's glue the table base onto the tables and glue them in place as well. I also glue them at the wall, again to make sure they're stable. Don't forget, I do have printables to go with this video, and I'll show you how to get them at the end. Cut out the Jukebox. I glued it onto corrugated cardboard and cut it out again. I repeated that step 3 or 4 times to get it nice and thick. You can do it even more times if you want it thicker. And then I'm going to cover that rough edge using strips of wood grain paper. When you've done that, ready to fix it to the wall with hot glue. Now we can start decorating the wall with all of the wall art that's on the printables. As you can see, I've already got the windows and the menu up and a window through into the back kitchen. And we have lots of American diner style wall art that you can place around your walls any way you want. You can use as many or as few as you want. It's up to you how you decorate your diner. Let's take a moment to look at the outside of our diner. I have covered the outside of the box in a brick paper as well. It's sort of a rougher tone brick that's also available as a printable on my blog. I've also gone ahead and stuck on the drive-through menu and the drive-through sign so the dolls know what direction they can drive and how to order. So let's cut out the menus. I've covered it in clear tape and stuck it onto black paper. I'm going to fold them in half and place them on to the table. I've got 2 of these on the printables for you if you're making 2 tables like I have, and they look really realistic on there. I do later actually glue these to the wall just down the spine, again for stability. You don't have to. I'm making mustard and sauce bottles now using crayons. Peel back the paper, cut the top piece off, level the bottom off using a piece of card or a nail file. Make sure your bottles are roughly the same size. We have red for ketchup, yellow for mustard. You could also do white for mayonnaise if you wanted to. And we can also use a nail file for the base just to make sure they're level and will stand nicely on the table. And now you have your ketchup and your mustard. To make the cash register, print out the graphic, cover it in clear tape, stick it onto a piece of black covered cardboard. Let's make the base. So it's just 3 pieces of cardboard rectangles, stick them together. Let's file the edges to make sure it's nice and straight. Cover it in black paper. And as before, let's cover the edges in this metallic washi tape to give it a nice chrome metallic finish around the edges. Then we're going to stick the screen to the base. We make the card reader in the same way, stuck onto cardboard, cover with chrome around the edges. Let's stick these 2 things onto our counter inside. Also place our condiments in. I do stick them down with glue just because I don't want them falling down. I also have a couple of napkins that I stick onto the table. They're also on the printables. And then you're ready to set up your doll scene. Bring the dolls in, set up the doll scene with whatever food products you already have in your stash, and you're good to go. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. It would mean the absolute world to me if you could like, comment and share this video, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos coming soon. I am going to put a graphic up in just a few moments showing you how to get your printables. Don't forget about those if you want to craft along. If you do make anything using my printables, I would love to see your creations, and you can send them to me at Miniverse on Instagram or on Facebook. See you next time, guys. Bye!